Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for X-Men issue 12, 2024. Oh, this is a pretty cool cover, showing Psylocke, Puck, Cyclops, and Guardian? Let's see. Yeah, Guardian on the front cover. It's like, alright, cool, I'm not that well versed with Alpha Flight. But this, of course, shows them teaming up, and that gives us a pretty good shot there, and we see that happening in this issue. So we pop out at Department H then. You observe the prisoners, Agent Arsenal. You study their files, so please, tell the Council, what do you make of them? In short, sir, Alpha Flight are heroes. However, they are also criminals, hence their incarceration. Where those two identities intersect is the key to this project. When they sided with the mutants during the unpleasantness, they broke the law and they paid the price for it. See Alpha Flight issue 2023, issues 1 through 5. News, Alpha Flight traitors? I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm like, help the mutants. They were imprisoned, justice was served, but Canada was left without a superhero response team. This is a waste of resources of both the superhuman and public relations varieties. They are heroes, which means they wish to do good to help people. Our project aims to let them do just that. And they are criminals, which means they are at the mercy of the state. Us, Department H. It's like, that sounds fucking horrible for Alpha Flight there. Which means that Alpha Flight are entirely under our control. That doesn't sound cool. Now, I really like this here, showcasing the different heroes, telling us about them, but also then seeing them in action there. That's really kind of cool. James MacDonald Hudson, Guardian, a born superhero. It has cost him everything, including his life, more than once, and still he will not quit. Sounds pretty cool there. Eugene Judd, Puck, a man with a long history who has seen and done everything, a living tall tale. Excuse me? Irony? No, I don't believe in it. Narya, Snowbird, a living goddess of the north. As she refuses to acknowledge mortal authorities, I'm surprised she has agreed to a position with the program. Marina Smallwood, Marina, an odd one. She turned herself in as to be with her teammates. She has been through a great deal of trauma. Alpha Flight is all she has. Michael, two young men, shaman, our conscientious objector. Alone among the Alphans, Dr. Two Young Men refuses a position with the Alpha Flight program on ethical grounds. We need further leverage on him. That's fucking stupid. Like, we're gonna force him to do the kind of shit. But then we get I really like this page here. Great fucking art to showcase the superheroes going at it and everything. And then going on the other kind of one with different kind of layout to focus on different kind of places. And then there's their handler and new leader. You, Agent Arsenal, codename Vindicator. Now, Guardian, you're with me. Strafing run. Puck, Marina, and Snowbird, you're a boarding team. Disable this thing's heart. I want it put down before it reaches a populated area. Puck being carried, it's like, yep, the Gimli effect. You'll have to toss me. Don't push me, Arsenal. I'm running Alpha Flight, Guardian. I'll push as hard as I feel is needed. And it's Vindicator in the field. God, what a frickin' skeet she is. Damn, don't let her get under your skin, Mac. We all know who should be in that suit. But Heather would want you out there doing good, not rotting in prison. As she is in a coma, what Heather Hudson does or does not want is immaterial, Puck. Whereas what I want is your main priority. Oh my god. Listen, I don't know much about what's going on, but I'm definitely with Alpha Flight on this being like, you can just kind of go fuck off. And then, of course, we see this little thing here to see her transform. There will be a reckoning for speaking to a goddess as such, Vindicator. I'll take that under advisement, Snowbird. Anytime you think you're goddess enough, you know where to find me, okay? God, this is really kind of gnarly here. Doing the goop like that, like, that's good quality goop. It's kind of crazy and shit. And really just shows different kind of textures and shit and colors. I'm like, yes. Ruby Quartz armor. Optic blasts aren't doing anything. Juggernaut, need an assist. Be there in a sec, boss. Second, boss. You think this can stop the Juggernaut? Inertia foam can stop a Nova at top speed, Earther, and you're no Nova. It's like, oh shit. Ugh. What? Stand still, you little slime balls. Like, Magic is not having a good time. But I do like seeing her in this panel just be like, whoosh. That's 2,000 terrags of pure vertigo, Earther. You little bastards! As she pretty much, like, teleports herself out kind of accidentally. So we shift and figure out who the fuck's behind all this kind of shit. Quentin, they were ready for us. Countermeasures for all our powers. Correct. If you wish to capture so strange an alien as an X-Man, then you hire the very best in extreme xenobiology. Dr. Xantos Starblood at your service. I think you'll find my capture method satisfactory, Captain Karkos. Satisfactory indeed, Dr. Starblood. I had hoped to get my hands on my former students, Quentin Quire and Idy Okonkwo. But as the contract was just for the live capture of Scott Summers, I believe it's time for us to leave this dirtball and return to space. It's like, you fuckers. And that's a really kind of cool entrance there. It's like, Jesus, that design, man. Fucking freaky as shit. And then we see the diagonal kind of paneling here. Really nice to kind of show shit moving. Especially Puck. Damn it, they're blocking SciComms. They've got Kane and Scott and Kane. I can't cook the thing with them inside of it. What about the, what are they, Canadians? They're doing their own thing, Corsair. Vindicator, we're fighting our way to the heart of this critter, but we're encountering heavy jabroni resistance. Please, I'm from Newfoundland. We've seen worse on a Saturday night on George Street, as they're like cracking and racking shit. We have larger problems. If we don't ground this beast, as Snowbird's pretty much in bear form, just cracking shit, we're going to be taking a trip that will absolutely violate the terms of our parole. Well, don't put him in a fucking situation where Why? What do you want me for? Because you, my fine Earther, are one of the few denizens of this primitive planet with galactic importance. The Phoenix is active once more, and she is making a lot of people very angry. But if she could be brought to heel, if someone could control the Phoenix, then that someone would be very powerful someone indeed. And take it from a seasoned space pirate. There's no better way to control someone than to have a hostage. Like a mate, perhaps. As we see it zooming into that fucking asshole's face, and on Scott's as well. It's like, dicks. But it makes sense. They're pulling up. They're going to escape atmosphere to an open Stargate. As we pretty much see Guardian and Vindicator cracking after them. And I really like the smaller panels that we get. Nice detail and focus in their faces. But then zooming out to see Vindicator and Guardian going at it. We need to slow that thing down. Vindicator to Marauder. What sort of energy protection capabilities do you have? I can create as big a flame blast as we need, but I can't risk it with our people inside. Listen, we can work together. We just need a little finesse. Between Arsenal, Vindicator, and myself, we can manipulate electromagnetic fields. You supply the fire, as we see ID Temper coming out, and we'll supply the focus. And it's like, cool ass team up there as we see them doing that. And I love the zoomed out to get the whole effect as they're going at it. It's like, shit. Captain, the Earthers generated some kind of plasma flare, sheared off the port maneuvering flipper. We can still get out of atmosphere. As long as the rest of the ship is functioning, we can still get away. Sir, that's the thing. We've lost communication with Heart Chamber 1. As we see Alpha Flight pretty much going after that one. Ladies, I think this falls to you. As Puck's like, hey, go for it. And then we get like pretty much almost a whole page with like a Mammoth and Marina just ripping it. Always so squeamish, Puck. And it's like, damn! Splattery and everything. This one is a goopy issue. We've lost Heart Chamber 1. Looks like you're not getting off this rock after all, Captain Karkos. You're showing your lack of education, Summers. As any extreme zoologist knows, Akanti have 2 hearts. And you can't count Starblood. You only handled 3 X-Men. As we see Psylocke's blade. And there were 4 in my boarding party. And then she just looks badass, having kicked all fucking ass. And is getting ready to, like, take out that second heart. Aru! Uh-oh. Quentin, give me coordinates. Something's happened. The Akanti is going down. Oh, thank you. I needed a psychic super genius to tell me that. I need to get our people out. Give me coordinates. Their SciComm jamming is down. I'm sending you psychic pins for Slim, McCain, Koanon, and the Canadians. Canadians? And I love that we get this big thing of, like, magic, and then she's in that other one, that little kind of one, and she's, like, teleporting Canadians. What the fuck? We get a kind of cool bit to kind of check in with the X-Mentions, if you want to look at that. Pretty much gearing up for X-Man Hunt. And I love this page here. Just seeing her bloop, 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 grabbing. Hey guys, get Scott. Hope you enjoy the landing, losers. Oh no. I'm like, oh, magic. I love it. We see her get Scott. We see her get Puck and Snowbird and Marina, and we see her get Psylocke, and then we see Kane. Like, this is serious, but also it's just so funny, and you feel so bad for the Juggernaut as he's just like, I am trapped. And Magic is probably like laughing and being like, God damn it. And he's just like, fuck. I mean, just look at his eyes. You're like, I'm sorry, Juggernaut. Man, I'm so sorry. But she gets him out. And then, of course, we see... this is a really well done page here, as we see the different kind of paneling of the various stages of the crashing ship. That's just really cool. And we get words, too! It's like, woo, wham, crash, crop, up, up. And you feel bad for the creature. It just looks horrible. I'm like, sorry, dude. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go. This is a really fucking good page here. Oh, God. Damn this dirty little planet. Always a disaster. I'd stay down, eh? But hey, buds, feel free to try us out again. As we see the X-Men and Alpha Flight in that superhero kind of pose out. It's like, yeah. That's just good. That's just good shit there. Later. Well, it's not on the town, so I suppose that's a win. And my dad is negotiating with the Kree-Skrull Empire to collect the bounties on all these guys. So he's happy. Glad someone is. Yep. Mac, you stood up for us, and you're still paying for it. You, all of Alpha Flight deserves better than this. Damn straight. Say the word and the X-Men will break you out. No. We made our choice, and we knew what it would mean. And this is how we showed them that they were wrong. As a fugitive, I'm nothing. But as Guardian, as Alpha Flight, I'm a symbol. We all are. And I'm like, I get that. I get that. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this works out for you. We shame them with every life we save. I'll be free soon enough, Scott. Good tactic there. Scott, excuse me, Mac. What is it, Hank? It's Charles, Scott, Professor Xavier. He's escaped. Next, X-Men hunt. And it's like, doodaloo, doodaloo. And get some X-Mail and look at that shit for Daredevil. Next issue. As Xavier leaves a trail of psychic devastation behind him, the X-Men battle his protector, Storm, mistress of the Storm Sanctuary. Can the X-Men prevail against one of the world's most powerful mutants and protect not only themselves, but the world from Xavier's corrosive dreams? And then we also get a look at what's kind of going on with X-Manhunt. Starting in Uncanny X-Men 11, then in next issue 9, Storm issue 6, X-Men issue 13, X-Factor issue 8, Exceptional X-Men issue 7, X-Force issue 9, and X-Men Omega issue 1 finale. I don't like that. Like, I don't mind X-Manhunt going on. And I don't mind it touching and interacting with other X-Men books. But sweet good God, you would only be able to get X-Men comics to follow this shit. There's a better way to execute that. So, I actually enjoyed this because this gave me information on Alpha Flight, which, awesome. Still great. Even though I haven't really been that well versed with Alpha Flight, I liked how Jed McKay handled them. And seeing their kind of dynamic and what they're doing, I'm liking Guardian's strategy and the rest of Alpha Flight and everything. But I still love this. Scott's like, listen, you say the word, we'll get your asses out. You helped us. And he's like, I appreciate, but we're doing our thing. And seeing them work together with the X-Men, dealing with this fucking asshole, fucking Xanto Starblood, trying to go after Quentin and Edie, but seeing them like work together and tactically take out this fucking thing, and Magic be able to pop out and boop, 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 and poor fucking Juggernaut just being stuck in that little goop, and him just being like, oh, fuck. And it's like, you know, Magic's like, it's like, don't be like that. He got fucked up, man. They knew what they were doing. And of course, they were trying to get after Scott to have leverage over their Phoenix. That didn't work out so well, but actually worked out pretty well for Corsair to get all their bounties. So we'll have to see what kind of goes on, especially since it seems like the X-Manhunt is taking more of the effect. I don't mind certain kind of crossovers and stuff, but what's kind of getting irritating is I liked the setup of what was going on. We had 3K, we got Cassandra Nova, we've got those, and I know we are getting back to that storyline as well, but it feels like, ooh, here's a penny, ooh, here's a penny, as I'm like, there's a quarter over there, And we've got some nickels and dimes popping up. I know dealing with Xavier's a big fucking thing. I know dealing with the raid on Great Malkin was a big fucking thing. But we've got to deal with the resurrection degeneration going on, humans being awakened as mutants, everything kind of going on with that. And I'm like, can we get back with that? Now, even when we're doing weird this kind of stuff, I don't have a problem with. Where you get your one-offs, your kind of like palate cleanser kind of ones where you're dealing with Alpha Flight or other kind of stuff like that. That's cool. And even some things that can just be tangentially worked in together. It's mainly their overall arching execution of the X-Line at this point, because Jed MacKay, when dealing with Doctor Strange and then doing Blood Hunt and doing the Avengers, I really like, because it's tight, focused elements that you would not normally think would be going on then come together and you get that kind of awesome ass thing going on. This, it's more like, yeah, I understand they've got the whole X-Line and everything, but it should be value add and not completely start like derailing certain kind of other stories. It's not completely derailed yet. I'm not saying that like Jed MacKay's story is completely and utterly fucked over at this point. That is a possibility that can happen. I do know through solicitations and stuff that we're seeing them kind of crack on with that. We're getting more of that. So, yay, yay, yay. So, it just has to be careful in how it's executed, because art's on point. Writing's on point. I like this shit. I'm buying this shit and I'm saying, yay, 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 thank you for the art and look at all this stuff. It's just, we need to make sure that we don't go overboard. And I mean, look at the X-Man Hunt. It's going across all these pretty much X titles. And it's like, okay, if you're interested in that, all right, cool. But that means you have to get like all these different kind of books with all these different kind of creative teams that might not be your cup of tea. Whether a writer doesn't handle a kind of character the way you like them, or the art style doesn't completely jive with you. Not saying that the art is bad, but sometimes you have a certain kind of preferences like, this is kind of weird, and you're just kind of like, not that much into it. Trying to like keep track of that is completely and utterly insane. So please be careful of that. But if you're into the X-Men, understand that. If you're completely into the X-Line, cool. I know it's kind of weird that I'm talking more about Alpha Flight on this, but they take up a nice good chunk here, and they help out the X-Men. I liked also then seeing the X-Men having their moment with them, mainly with Scott talking leader to leader with Guardian, but it's still kind of cool. And then Edie and, of course, Kid Omega working with Guardian and Vindicator to do all that kind of stuff. And I do like seeing how Alpha Flight is handling this, after being pretty much utilized as almost not quite like a low tier level security risk thing of a Thunderbolts, not quite on the level of Suicide Squad. And it's just like, you guys, they're heroes, they want to help people, and you're pretty much just being dicks and trying to get in the way of that. So fuck you. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.